In this video, I will be covering the notion of scaling into your trades and how you can use this to increase your profitability. The video that inspired me to make this for you is the video here. Some of you may know who Trader Tom is, others may not, but I do recommend you go and watch this video as it changed my trading psychology for the better. For some context, Tom interviewed and collected data from brokerages on the most successful traders that traded with them, and was able to draw many conclusions, one being adding to winning trades, or as we like to call it, scaling into trades. So now what I'm going to do is I will be going over how we as smart money traders can scale into trades to increase our profitability. Looking at this example, what we can see is that price comes into a point of interest. So essentially we have a point of interest, price is coming into it, and then this thing here, so this thing here is our entry drill. So we get our entry drill and then price moves away. Now when we get this entry drill, we know that we will have an entry to enter this trade at this point here. So this would be our general type of trade. So let me just adjust this to, like, let's say here, and then that's our general type of trade. What we're going to do is to scale into this trade is to jump in on every single pullback, so these pullbacks here, and that's what we mean by scaling into our trades. So for example, price pulls away, pulls back, we get another breaker structure. So let me just highlight it with this, and then we are waiting for an order block, and then we'll jump into another trade like so, and then we'll have the same sort of target. Price does the same thing here, let's say, jump in again. Now in theory this works very well. Obviously what can happen, and happens in many cases, is price might do this, right, and it might take us out, but that's fine because while we've been doing this, we're obviously in quite good profit. When we're doing this scaling, or actually let me just go back to this point here, we are also going to be moving our stop loss up, and this plays a part of our trailing stop loss, and I will make a video on this, going over this properly in another video. But this is what happens when we push up to here and price comes to here, our stop loss, and we move and we break this high over here, so we get the breaker structure here, we're going to move our stop loss to there, and then to there, and then to there, and so on. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow it, and what happens is we are obviously going to be in profit, but we'll have a guaranteed profit given by our trailed stop loss. And this is what we mean by adding to winning positions until the market tells us that the trend is over and it's looking to go in another direction. And this is what Trader Tom was talking about in terms of adding to winning positions, because what he says very brilliantly in that video is every trader has added to a losing position at least once in their trading journey, but have you ever added to a winning position? The opposite is true as well. So this will be the opposite example. If you were selling, price comes into our point of interest, we get our entry drill, and then we take trades, and then we can scale in as well on the short side. Now that represents the theory of scaling in and adding to winning positions. Now let's go over a live trade example of something that you can expect to achieve from the market. So let's go over a very recent trade. So this trade came about around the 1st of March. So what is the analysis going into it very quickly? So price is in the Asian session, it's pulling up towards a supply zone over here, and what we can do is we can draw our area out to watch price for our entry drill. So price comes in, let's watch it on the 5-minute, comes in and it starts to print our entry drill. So we get a high, low, higher high, we break structure here, and now we're looking for a pullback to enter on this demand here. So if I just mark that out like this and price taps in, you get your sell trade from here. Let's say, let's just keep that how it is, and then we're looking for shorts, and we can target the Asian session low liquidity as a very reasonable and achievable target. So that gives us a 1 to 3.77. So notice this risk to reward. Price starts to push downwards, And at this point, what we'll be looking for is how can I add to this winning position. So that was our first target. Now we know price is pushing through. Let's add to this winning position, because the whole sentiment anyway, due to the Russia-Ukraine situation, is to the downside with this pair Euro USD. So let's see if we can get any more continuation trades. So scaling in on this winning trade. So we get a push to the high here. We're waiting for this low to be broken, and then we can take a short position. There we go. So we get the low broken at this point. So let's just do that. And now we're looking for shorts. And price continues away from us, so we don't actually get into a short position here. We get another breaker structure. Oops, over here. And now we're looking at this supply zone over here to push price down, and then we get triggered in here. So as you can see, price is still running at this point, and then let's see what happens. Price is continuing, and as we can see now, this position is giving us a 4R, and the position that we had running is actually at this, well, not at this point here, at this point here, let's say, is a 9.26R, or at this maximum it was 10.5. So this is what we mean by adding to winning positions. If this position is going to win and continue to the downside, we can add more positions and therefore take advantage and increase our profitability from a single trade idea or trade setup. When taking trades of this example where we're looking to add to our winning trade, it is always suggested that you look at the higher time frame to make sure that price can continue going in that direction, and if it does, and if it can, then you'd want to add to your positions and, you know, make the most of your trade idea and make the most profit you can from that trade. And that wraps us up for today's video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, add me on Instagram. I'll put up my Instagram handle on the screen, and I will see you in the next video.